Hi, this is Brandon Moon with Moonlit Fly Fishing. Want to welcome you to Fly Tying Night tonight. Tonight we're going to tie up a really cool pattern and introduce you to a new feather on our website. So we're excited about this and bringing this to the market for you. This is a March Brown Soft Hackle. You can tie this in a couple different sizes, but don't just limit yourself to fishing this during the March Brown time of year. In the springtime, fish this pattern year-round and you'll have success with it, but extremely effective during the March Browns. So with that, I want to invite you, if you find any value in this video, we're working hard to bring content to the community, and it means a great deal to us if you would like the video, leave us a comment, if you would subscribe to our channel and hit the bell to receive future notifications. This helps us with the algorithms and helps get our content seen by more people as we continue to go forward. So with that, we're going to get started. We are using the ML052 in a size 14. Tie this in a size 16 and a size 12 if you want as well. For my thread, I'm using Semperfli Classic Wax 12/0 in the rust color. So we'll go ahead and get our hook in the vise. Get that secured in the vise there. I'm just going to start my thread roughly about 3/4 of the way up the hook shank. I'll use that tag end to help me get a nice smooth underbody. The underbody on my fly is the foundation and base to my fly, so I want to make sure I have a good underbody. Now I'm going to go just about to the bend of the hook. I'm using that tag end to help push forward and create nice smooth wraps. I'll trim that out just before the bend so I can cover it up within another couple wraps to get to the bend. For the tail on this fly, we're just going to use some pheasant tail, and I'm just going to take a nice small clump, about 5 or 6 fibers maybe. I don't want too many fibers. I'm not really going to count them because I don't want to spend that kind of time. If I have a few more than I want, then that's okay. Again, just a small clump. I've got about 4 to 6 fibers in here. Don't want too many. I want them to be even at the tips. Measure that out about the length of the hook shank. Now I'm just going to tie this in. I want to secure it up on the top of this. Couple wraps in front. Lock it down. Now I'm just going to do a couple wraps from the back to help prop my tail up for good measure. Secure this pheasant tail down here. I'm going to trim this out before I get up to the top so that it goes up that 3/4 mark. Now I'm just going to secure that down and finish that off. Now I'll go back to my tail here so I can tie in my body material. So my body material is this wild barred turkey biot. I'm going to take it from this longer stem side here. You can see I've been using that. I've been soaking my biot in some water so that it's nice and moist. And if you've got one edge of this that's got a ridge on it, and I want that ridge to be facing down when I tie this in, so it's facing the hook point. Trim that out. Okay, I'm just going to half hitch this here. Awesome. Set that off on my bobbin rest there. I'm going to take a little bit of super glue and just put that on my thread, and that's just going to help secure my biot when I wrap it. Makes it a more durable fly. So now I'm going to take this biot and wrap this forward, letting that ridge on this biot create a nice clean segmented look to my fly. Now I wrap that all the way up that 3/4 mark. Now I'm just gonna secure this off with my thread. Trim that out. Just a couple more wraps just to make sure I secure that down. I'm going to put a little bit of Wonder Wax on my thread here. Just make it nice and tacky. Wrap that one more wrap behind there. I want it right about that 3/4 mark. I'm going to take some Vicuna dubbing in the UV Fiery Brown, and I just want a very small pinch of dubbing here. This can be found in individual packs and in the Brandon collection. Just gonna dub this on little bits at a time. I found if I try and do too much at a time, it is a little harder to work with. Very, very buggy dubbing. Now I'm going to take and wrap this, and I want to leave 1/4 of that hook shank clean for the head of my fly and wrapping the hackles. So you can see I'm not wrapping that dubbing forward. I've left a good clean amount of space. I'm going to put my thread base down. Now for the hackle, we're using a Bobwhite Quail, okay? And I've already taken this feather here. It's already out. Now we're just going to strip this feather down. And I definitely, you can see this stem's got a thicker stem down there. I want to get it up closer into that smaller stem. Now I'm just going to take this feather here and I'm going to pinch it at the tip and pull these down. Creating a tie-in point. And there's my tie-in point right there. So I'll take those fibers, I'm going to strip them down so I got a nice clean tie-in point. Set that on the side and secure that down with 2 wraps. Pull that tip forward or up and wrap in front. That locks it in place. Now I trim that out. I'm just gonna secure that in with another wrap or 2. Now I'm gonna set this off to the side, and I'm gonna take my Tie Flies hackle tweezers. I'm gonna wrap this, and I like the Tie Flies because it's a light hackle tweezer, but it grips really well. I'm gonna be palmering these fibers backwards over the back of the body of this fly with every wrap. So I'm just going to wrap that. Now I'm going to secure this stem in place with 2 wraps. Now I'm going to go in front, build up a little head there. I'm going to whip finish now, but before I whip finish, I'm going to put just a little bit of glue, and I drip there, on my thread. Now I'll take my whip finish tool. This is just going to help secure that whip finish. One, 2, 3. I'll just pop that off. That super glue helps make sure that I've got that head nice and secured, so I can pop that stem off. And here it's a lot cleaner than trying to cut it. Here you've got a March Brown Soft Hackle. Okay, you can see really nice coloring in that feather there. It's going to give us a nice good flow. And there you have a March Brown Soft Hackle tied with the Bobwhite Quail. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.